Let's see if we can do this video with the microphone this time, because I think last week I forgot to plug it back in again. Yeah! Hi, and welcome back to Late to the Trend, because I'm old. So last week I had very low energy and I didn't do a very long video. And to be honest, my energy has been a bit low today as well. However, I've actually gotten things done, and I'm dressed and I've put on a little bit of lipstick. I was gonna do my hair beforehand, but I thought, you know what? It's fine, it looks fine. First things first, I had overall a good week, but bad things happened, as I will explain. So for starters, if I didn't have my head screwed on, I would leave it at home. Why do I say that? Well, on Monday, I got up, had my shower, got dressed, went to work, got almost to work, and realised I'd left my laptop at home. How did I remember that? Because I remember last week I couldn't log in via my own laptop, so I had to use the work laptop, and I had said to myself on Sunday, I need to remember to put that in my car. Did I? No, of course not. Why would I? Because I'm me. Anyway, so yeah, I drove all the way back home and decided to work from home, because honestly, I wasn't going to get back to work in time. I would have been late. Traffic was all right. I was making good time, and then I was at my last corner before I went, oh no. So, so yes, and then on Tuesday, I left my phone at home. So, yep, I put it down and then probably left the house without picking it back up. And yeah, that was a fun day. I had to email somebody whose email address I knew off by heart and say to them, can you please let people know that I've left my phone at home in case they try and desperately get a hold of me? Because obviously my dad was still in the hospital, and I didn't want to be unattainable as such. Anyway, so working from home on Monday, I was really, really moody. So what happened was, towards the end of the day, being that the whole day had been so slow in terms of work coming my way, my motivation, that kind of thing. And yeah, in the afternoon, it all just blew up. I suddenly got all manner of things that were going wrong. And I logged off at, I think, 5:01, and I was so angry. I was like, I didn't want to talk to anyone in case I snapped at them. I didn't want to do anything. And most of all, I really, really wanted pizza, Domino's. So yeah, I didn't end up ordering, which was good. Again, I'm hoping I'm blaming my willpower, because I can't justify spending that amount of money because there's still no voucher codes for January. I'm actually quite glad about that, but annoyed at the same time because I couldn't order when I wanted to. But I need to actually find a different coping mechanism, especially when I'm that bad. It's okay when you're kind of bad, but not that bad at all. But when you're really stressed like that, I need a new coping mechanism. I didn't order pizza, and I actually did quite well. I ended up making dinner, and yeah, it was a good dinner, and I didn't succumb to my temptation to order, but I was in such a bad mood. Ugh. And then on Tuesday, I decided to do an experiment. I'd had kind of planned it. I was going to have McDonald's. Now, I need to explain that to me, takeaway means something big, something that you bring home or you get delivered to your home, and it's a big meal. I always eat everything in one go, so it doesn't really benefit me in terms of that. I can't spread it out. So to me, ordering a hamburger and 3 select meal, which is just 3 pieces of breaded chicken, from McDonald's is fast food. So it would be the same if I went to a shopping centre and for lunch I had Burger King or something like that. I don't consider that to be takeaway. I consider it to be fast food. I was also avoiding fast food as part of this lifestyle change because I wasn't sure how I would react to it in terms of craving more. So the experiment was pretty much a failure, and I'll explain why now. So when I ordered McDonald's, I ordered the burger, the 3 selects and the sour cream and chive dip. And I calculated that into all my calories, and I knew I was going to have a light dinner. I say light dinner, it was going to have to be light because of the amount of calories that the burger and everything makes. To be fair, it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was like just about 700 calories. And considering I don't really eat breakfast when I'm at work, I would have still had 1100 calories left for the day, which is a humongous amount in terms of going home and having one meal. Anyway, there is a downside to that. When I got home, I was absolutely starving. And so I ended up having a really nice dinner that I had planned to have alongside with the McDonald's for lunch. But then I ate everything else in the fridge. I had, I can't even remember what I had. It was all a blur, but I know that if I calorie counted every single one of it, it would have been way over 1100 calories. My dinner was about 400 calories, I think. So I had about 600 safe calories, but definitely ate way more than those 600 calories. So I know that I can't have McDonald's or fast food without there are consequences. And the consequences continued because I was intending to be back on track and I had a decent lunch. And then when I came home, I really, really, really couldn't stop myself from ordering a takeaway. It wasn't Domino's, but it was another place that I quite like to have a chicken burger and a kebab. And it's not as expensive as Domino's, so I was spending less than I would have done if I had a Domino's voucher code on the Domino's. So in that respect, I found it a win, but obviously it was a failure in terms of my saving money and not having takeaways. But I blame having had the McDonald's the day before. So I think it was a bit of a roller coaster. I was about to spiral. And if I wasn't doing this and I didn't have the support of good friends, it probably would have been the beginning of the end again. I would have spiraled back down into not worrying about it, but I'm continuing. So I was back on track on Wednesday. And the problem is I weighed myself and I had put on 2 pounds, which is not a huge amount, but it was disappointing after only 1 or 2 mistakes, basically. So I won't be doing that again, not for a little while. But by the end of the week, I weighed myself this morning and I had lost those 2 pounds and then some for being back on track. So that was a good positive about that. And I've learned from my mistake. I also measured myself. Now, I'm pretty sure I've lost 1.5 inches around my waist, which is excellent, but I haven't really been doing anything to do that apart from the calorie counting. Obviously, my exercise regime and everything like that will come into effect more in February, and I'll explain that next week because next week is the last weekend before February starts. I've also started, not a diary as such, because I have tried and failed to write a daily diary for years and years and years. And to me, a diary is, dear diary, today I did this, and I think it means this, and this happened. And honestly, I can't remember everything that happens to me in the day. So what I thought I would do is start writing bullet points. the main reason was to find out if I've eaten something and then I have potential palpitations, to see if that has any bearing on what I eat. It also means that if I eat something and I get a headache, I can look back and go, well, last time I had a headache, I'd eaten this, and see if there was any sort of correlation to it. But I actually ended up just writing bullet points about how I'm feeling, things that I've done, things that I want to remember specifically for these videos. And at work, I got actually a really lovely notebook, and I decided it needed my personal touch, so I decorated it, which it's all backwards for you. But yeah, I decided to decorate it. This doesn't do it justice. I think it looks much better in person, but it's excellent and it's beautiful and I love it. And it says 22 on it for 2022. Don't know whether it'll actually last me the whole year, but I might have to see if I can get another book from work. The last thing that I wanted to say was that I had my first review for the week in terms of my PIP, my PIP, and I did really well. They've checked all my work. They gave me goals to achieve every day, and I achieved them and a little bit more. So yeah, so far so good. Despite having a crappy food week, generally speaking, the week was good. And yesterday's day was quite nice at work. It was a bit dull, but it wasn't raining and there were some nice people there. So Saturday was good as well. Today I actually did something that I had only thought about on Friday. And the problem with me is once I get something in my head, I can't stop thinking about it. I honestly couldn't. So Friday afternoon, I said to myself, I'm going to change my desk around at home. I had actual reasons about it, but I'm not going to explain what those were, just because they're boring. But yeah, so I swapped around my desk, and here's a couple of videos as to what it was. I'm looking forward to using it on Thursday because obviously I'll be working from the office Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So yeah, overall a great week, positive. Bad things were that there were so many nice days that I could have gone for walks and I just didn't. Again, that comes down to me just not wanting to or having excuses why I shouldn't. Generally speaking, when I was at home, it's because I'm not dressed. So something that I will incorporate into my February schedule in terms of self-improvement will be to make sure that I get dressed every day, except maybe Sundays, but we'll see, because I need to incorporate more exercise. Eating the low calories is good, and I hope that continues. So I was going to talk about other stuff, but I don't know at this point how long this video's gone on. I might do separate videos just to explain some of my thought processes surrounding the various things that I said I was going to talk about potentially in the very first video, but they have to be more structured, I think. They can't be part of these videos, so I might end up doing a second video about those particular topics, or just making these videos a bit more structured. So yeah, so from me and my painting up there, I wish you a good week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.